You're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Whoa, okay. This one says you get a free phone if you switch. Hey, this one also says you get a free phone if you switch.
Yeah, they all do, hon.
Huh. The T-Mobile one says their customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years. And their latest experience plans have Netflix included, plus a year of Dash Pass by DoorDash.
Hang on, let me see that. Oh, yeah, we're switching.
That's what I'm talking about. Do we clap now or...
At T-Mobile, get savings that keep stacking up. That's value you can feel every day. And right now, bring your phone to T-Mobile and we'll give you $400 when you switch.
Savings based on Harris X billing snapshots from Q3 2021 to Q4 2025 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. $400 with new account on qualifying line. Unlocked device credit ported 90-plus days with device and carrier. Entirely redemption required. Virtual MasterCard typically takes 14 weeks. No cash access and expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Thanks for listening to Miami Marlins Baseball on the home of the Marlins, WQAM.
Marlins Baseball is brought to you by ADT, the official security partner of the Miami Marlins, and by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
Time for the 10th inning show on the home of the Marlins, WQAM. Here's the radio voice of the Marlins, Jack McMullen.
It was a 2-1 loss for the Marlins on Sunday afternoon to the St. Louis Cardinals at Busch Stadium, but that doesn't even come close to telling the story about this game. The Marlins do not sweep. They, of course, still have a series victory against the Cardinals in St. Louis. They take the season series against the St. Louis Cardinals. So crazy to see. They were hunting their first 3-game sweep of the Cardinals since 1996. That's crazy. 30 years ago. But the Marlins, they fall 2-1 today. Again, the final score somehow is not leading the story today. The headline, Tyler Phillips. Phillips, a starting pitcher that was a reliever for the overwhelming majority of the season to this point, because of a variety of injuries, was kind of thrusted back into a ramp-up process to become a starting pitcher. Last time out, a quality start, 6 innings, a 2-run ball. Today, in a scorcher on a hot and muggy Sunday in St. Louis, 7 1/3 innings of 2-run baseball, just 1 punch out, but no walks. The only damage against him done on a 2-run shot from Brian Torres in the second. Tyler Phillips, the start of the year, and maybe for anybody in this Marlin rotation, given the expectations.
He's been fantastic. This outing, the best that we have seen him as a starter, one of the best over the course of his career. I think you'd argue the second best behind that complete game that he threw with Philly. I think it was his second time out with them. But you mentioned the no walks. It has been a point of emphasis for Tyler Phillips. Be in the zone. Your stuff is good. Trust it. Today he did. The results, no walks. 27 hitters faced with no walks. That is a career high for Tyler Phillips. His in the zone rate, the highest in a start this season. You love to see these type of stepping stones. And on top of it, yesterday the Marlins really used up their bullpen. They used 4 guys out of their bullpen. You're in the stretch of 10 consecutive games. You're playing 16 and 17 days leading into the All-Star break. The pen is going to get used, and you're down a starter. You've got a bullpen game at least once every 5 days. So for Tyler Phillips on a day like this, where it is very hot outside, it is 70% humidity, it feels like it is 95 degrees. It's a day game for him to go out there and give you 7 1/3 of 2-run baseball with no walks. That's spectacular. And I would like to say, those 2 runs coming in on a sinker that was low in the zone, a home run to Torres. It wasn't even a bad pitch. It wasn't something he left right down the center. It was a good swing on a good pitch by Torres. So you look at this outing, you got nothing but wonderful things to say about Tyler Phillips. They were going for the sweep. I will say this to end my rant. Only 5 teams across Major League Baseball have swept 5 or more times this season.
Yeah.
The Marlins are one of them.
Yeah.
It's hard to sweep, and the Marlins have done it 5 times.
And we were talking about a possible 6th, which would have tied him for the second most in baseball with the Dodgers and the Brewers, right? Or the Yankees and the Brewers.
Right.
And then the Dodgers and the Rays.
Dodgers,
were the
Rays
2.
at 7.
It's just amazing to think the Marlins are in this conversation right now, and it is a series win. It's one of those losses, and last thing real quick, it's one of those losses that just doesn't really feel like a loss, to be honest with you.
It really is. It really is, and I need to correct myself. It's Marlins, one of 7 teams who have swept 5 or more times, so a correction there, but still the grand majority of this league hasn't been able to do it, and the Marlins are one of those teams. But I completely agree on your last note. It's a loss that doesn't feel like a loss.
Yeah, this was a tough one to swallow, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? It's okay. It's baseball. You're going to lose a handful of times. So, Again, 2-1 the Cardinals over the Marlins. Kelly Sacco, see you on the Bird. Highlights when we come back on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
I'm Adam Werner. As the official law firm of the Miami Marlins, Werner, Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia fights for our clients the same way the Marlins fight on the field, relentlessly and with a winning strategy. Our team represents clients in personal injury, workers' compensation, veterans disability, bankruptcy, and Social Security cases. From our home office in Miami, Florida, we provide powerhouse legal representation built on dedication, experience, and results. If you need a team that's ready to step up to the plate for you, visit WernerHoffman.com. Werner, Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia, proudly serving the 305 community.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away in our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
It all started in the city of brotherly love, the framework of a nation drafted by history's boldest visionaries.
We, the people of the United States.
Now, baseball's sharpest minds gather at the same fateful site to draft their own blueprint for success. Watch baseball write its next defining chapter, one name at a time. The MLB Draft, presented by Nippon Express. July 11th, coverage begins 1 Eastern on NBC and continues on MLB Network at 2:30.
This is Max Meyer, and you're listening to the 10th Inning Show with Jack McMullen on the Marlins Radio Network.
Here, the Marlins fall 2-1 to the St. Louis Cardinals in St. Louis. Again, a series win, but unfortunately not a series sweep. How did this thing sound? Well, we'll play you the only blip on the radar for Tyler Phillips, who threw into the 8th. He went 7 1/3, a 2-run ball, but the 2 runs came on 1 swing in the 2nd from Brian Torres. 2-0 pitch. That one smoked. Out to right field and deep. Casey on his horse. He's looking up. That is gone. Brian Torres lights up the pyrotechnics. That was a high arcing fly ball that made its way into row 1 down the right field line. Torres with his 3rd home run of the year in his 20th game, and he opens scoring. It's 2-0 Cardinals in the bottom of the 2nd. So again, Torres, his 3rd home run, but the Marlins flashed the leather a couple of times today, including a great play from Graham Pauley to end the 2nd. 0-1, that one ripped. And a diving stop on the backhand by Pauley. Gets to his feet, cross diamond throw, on target and in time. What a play from Graham Pauley. Full extension dive to the backhand, right on the chalk of the third base line. got his feet under him, and fired an on-target throw in the air to Conine to finish the job. They get Pages, and the inning is over. So another good defensive play a little bit later on, but we will play you how the Marlins got their run, and it's from the same guy, Mr. Pauly. 1-0. Pauly turns on a ball. He flares it down the right field line. It is a fair ball. It one-hops off the track over the wall in right. Casey will come in to score. Kelly Sacco is on fire, and Graham Pauly has himself an RBI double. Fish cut the deficit in half. It's Pauly's second RBI double of the weekend, and it's 2-1 St. Louis in the top of the fifth. So Pauly with the RBI single, and the Cardinals were threatening in the bottom of the eighth inning. But Joe Mack, the defensive replacement, he made a huge throw to keep the deficit where it was. 2-2 from Cade. That one taken off the plate away. Snap throw to third, and they get him! Joe Mack, you are ridiculous, dude! A snap throw to third. They catch Church. He was leaning over at third base. Ali Marmol has a hand up, and they will challenge this. Joe Mack, from his knees, received ball 3 and fired to third base. Sanoha got a tag down, and we'll see if they did get the tag on Church in time.
And I have yet to see another angle that tells me he definitively.
The runner's out. St. Louis will lose their challenge.
There we go. 2 men gone. Count 3-2 on Weatherholt, runner at first base, but the lead runner at third base in a 1-run game is retired on a back pick from Joe Mack. A heck of a throw from Joe Mack. He's been doing that over the course of his very young major league career, just about 40 games. Now, Cade Gibson did punch out Weatherholt to end of the 8th inning. The Marlins tried to put a threat together, but unfortunately, Riley O'Brien, for his 20th save, cut through the fish 1-2-3 in the 9th. The 2-2. Sanoha with a bouncing ball plucked on the backhand by the first baseman, Burleson. He will walk to the bag himself, and that ends the ball game. Riley O'Brien locks down the save, and St. Louis, the victors in the series finale. It's not a sweep, but it is a series win for the Marlins. They fall in the finale at Busch Stadium, 2-1, the final score here on Sunday. That's how this one sounded. You'll hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough, when we come back on the Marlins Radio Network.
Visit Miccosukee Casino and Resort, where fortune meets fun. With over 1,800 slot machines, high-stakes bingo, 24/7 poker, and exciting high-limit slots, there's something for everyone to enjoy. From luxurious accommodations and exquisite dining at La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Temp Lounge, we thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort online at miccosukee.com.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro Signs and Metro Wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit metrogroupmiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
Hey, Marlins fans, it's Hockman, Crowder, and Solana. You can hear us every weekday afternoon from 2 till 6 p.m. on the Marlins flagship WQAM.
And when we're not doing the show, I'm listening to Jack Mack and Strom. Marlins baseball, we love it.
And sometimes you'll tune into our show and you'll hear Steven Strom and Jack McMullen talking about our fighting fish.
So enjoy your Marlins baseball on WQAM and enjoy Hockman, Crowder, and Solana every weekday afternoon, 2 till 6.
Go
Marlins.
Miami, are you ready to step into Pop Air? From over 7 million visitors worldwide, Balloon Museum returns to Miami with a whole new exhibition. Discover monumental inflatable artworks, interactive installations, and surreal environments where air becomes art. A joyful experience designed to spark curiosity, imagination, and wonder for all ages. Now at Mana Wynwood, Pop Air.
This is Clayton McCullough, and this is your home for Marlins baseball. 104.3 FM WQAM.
Well, the Fish fall 2-1 to the St. Louis Cardinals. You just heard from Clayton McCullough, bringing us back from break here on the 10th Inning Show. But let's hear from Clayton after this one.
On a hot day, boy, Tyler Phillips. I mean, he kept coming. Kept coming and looking for more innings, and you gave it to him.
Yeah, he was outstanding today. And I mean, going into it, with the conditions and the quick turnaround, you're never sure how, he's going to respond, but he was able to really, economically get through a lot of innings. And, he's tough. He always wants the ball. And I think the big double play around maybe the sixth inning, helped his cause to get back out there. But couldn't ask of anything more. Tough luck loss for him, but outstanding start.
Did he put the rest, the running out of steam that he mentioned the last time, thought now? Is he?
I think, yeah, he just, again, he's with each start, this one for sure, the longest he's gone, the one before an elevated pitch count. So, have been able to build him up. And I think as he just continues to go along, the stamina will come along, but, 8 ups today and nearly 100 pitches. He was, still filling it up there, late in the game as well, and was, almost got himself another double play ball to get out of the 8th, but couldn't ask for anything more.
Felt like a game where you were hanging around and you might pull it out. What about offensively? You had a little chance in the first. You able to get back-to-back doubles in the middle of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was, credit to, them. They, their starter, has a ton of pitches and just really mixed things up, well on us. And Romero's a really tough arm. And so, they threw the ball well today. We had, the one shot there with the infield in and, weren't able to get it in. But that's, how it goes. And I think today they just did a little bit more to, to beat us. But good game and unfortunate loss.
Again, the results aside, just what Phillips did for you today, maybe, again, how does that help the rest of the road trip, just given how you had to turn yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, we're going into a couple of tough environments to pitch here to finish out this road trip. So to get that type of length from Tyler, keep us right in that game, give us every chance to win. Again, unfortunate to lose, but you do take a silver lining from this that will go into tomorrow. With a lot of guys that are, rested and available. And so he did his job for sure.
How was he able to limit the free passes today?
I think we just seen, after the start in Philly where, him, Daniel, and kind of made a concerted effort that we're, yourself and us, you'll never know how good you are if you don't fill up the strike zone. And he took that into his pre-start work. His last start against Texas, he really filled up the zone and, saw it again today. So, that's a ticket. I mean, Tyler's going to, he's in and around the zone, able to get ahead. He's got enough pitches. He can get the ball off the barrel, and he does have the ability with his mix to get some quick outs. And, he's going to, need guys behind him to play well. And I thought, the play Graham made early in the game, Alberto made a really nice play. So he certainly, we helped him out, but he did his part by filling it up.
What did you make of the Mac pick at third?
Yeah, I mean, really, wow, great play. In that moment, to one, to have the confidence to do it, which I'm, he should, and then to execute it, him and Javi to execute it the way they did there to, as it turns out, look, you never know what might happen if it's still first and third, and to, knock that runner down and go into the ninth down a run, just a really, heady, athletic play.
Marlins history never had 4 consecutive pinch hitters. What went into that thought there in the 6th and 7th inning?
Well, I mean, we were down and, we just take our shot, there. And, Romero's tough, but take our shot. And, you understand that, it comes around later what you might have to face. But, you don't know when you're going to get some opportunities. And, we had some people on to, just, again, go take a shot to try to at least tie the game or take the lead.
Talk a little bit about the defense. Can you expand a little bit just what you liked from them today in the series?
Yeah, it's something that our group understands how valuable it is for us. Like, we need to be able to catch the ball. We have a good pitching staff, but they're only going to be as good as the guys behind them being able to make plays. And so we have athletic defenders, and we have a number of individuals that can play a lot of different positions, which is important here. And our guys work hard on it. Blake Butler, our infield coach, Blake Lally, outfield, do a great job preparing them, and they know how important it is. And we have to play defense at a high level to give ourselves a chance.
You still view this as a successful series and start to this road trip?
I do. I mean, it is. You come on the road, here in St. Louis, and it's a good Cardinals team who's been playing well, and to get 2 out of 3, and put yourself in a position to get a sweep, which is incredibly hard to do. Knowing this was going to be a really difficult road trip for a lot of reasons, and to come out and win the first series here, great start to it, and we have to just pack it up and try to go play a good series in Colorado.
What did you like from the at-bats just early in the game where the patience that they showed at the plate?
Yeah, I think we were, I think maybe through 4 innings, I think, he might not have given up a hit yet, but you look up, at least it was 70 pitches. I thought Xavier had a couple really, lengthy at-bats that kind of bled the pitch count. Owen had a walk in the double. So while we weren't, stringing a whole lot of traffic together. We at least were able to make him work. And then that's just going to shorten the game some and force them to use, more guys out of their pen. So I think I was, good on our guys to bleed some at bats. We just weren't able to really string hits together.
All right, that was the skipper, Clayton McCullough. After this one, 10th Inning Show concludes next on the Marlins Radio Network.
John Crook here. You ever hear sound and immediately know your day just got expensive? That right there, that's the sound of a bad day. Look, on the field, I'm prepared and ready for anything. Off the field, I'm the same way, because repair bills don't ask permission. They just show up. That's why I have CarShield, coverage options that help with costly car repairs.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Visit Mikasuki Casino and Resort, where fortune meets fun. With over 1,800 slot machines, high-stakes bingo, 24/7 poker, and exciting high-limit slots, there's something for everyone to enjoy. From luxurious accommodations and exquisite dining at La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Temp Lounge, we thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Mikasuki Casino and Resort online at mikasuki.com.
Legal battles shouldn't be fought alone, especially when your health, finances, or family's future are on the line. I'm Adam Werner. At Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, we guide our neighbors across the Miami, Florida community through some of life's most difficult legal transitions, from injury cases to disability cases, bankruptcy, and more. Our team is committed to providing clear guidance, strong advocacy, and dependable support every step of the way. Let our family help lead the fight so you can focus on yours. Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
This is Max Meyer, and you're listening to the 10th Inning Show with Jack McMullen on the Marlins Radio Network.
Well, the Marlins fall to the hosting St. Louis Cardinals 2-1 on Sunday afternoon at Busch Stadium, but back at it tomorrow. Fish go wheels up, head to Denver right now. Back in action at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:40 p.m. local, so an 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time first pitch tomorrow between the Marlins and the Colorado Rockies. Sandy Alcantara gets the ball at Coors Field opposite. We'll find out. Huge thank you to Vladimir Lewis-Saint for handling things in studio this afternoon. For Steven Strom, for Kelly Sacco, I'm Jack McMullen saying so long from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Marlins fall 2-1. This has been a presentation of Miami Marlins baseball on the Marlins Radio Network.